Hey there, it's Alex with another Movie Monkey review. Trying to get this done right away and try to talk as clearly as possible for you guys. So I just went and saw Logan. Oh man, it's great. You should watch it. Very maybe not unexpected from the response on social media, but it was still a little surprise, unexpected. It was a real movie, like really real, really well done movie. Utilizing a lot of characters that we've already introduced in other movies, so it's pivotal to see at least some of the other content. I mean, I think it's pivotal because the characters work and move in such a way that that it was just very natural. I highly recommend it. You should go see it. I saw it at, I don't even know where I am. I'm in St. Pete, and I moved closer to the water because I like listening to water. So this gets to be in the review. Logan, you should see it. It's an emotional roller coaster ride. High action with a lot of drama. Still like unknown things that happened in the movie, but like it's very natural to accept how the characters are talking about things that have never been introduced. But because we know the characters, like, you get a sense of what happened or what could have happened, and it leaves the audience to like make up their own story in their head, which is phenomenal. And it's something that you can do with characters that are so set in stone. Hugh Jackman is the Wolverine. He is the Wolverine. I called out that one of my 3 things that was going to happen in the beginning, the first scene of the movie, was either him going to be in the middle of nowhere by himself, not knowing where he was, him waking up and not knowing where he was, or a guard walking down like a hallway. He woke up, first scene, he wakes up, and I mean, he knows he's in his car, but he doesn't know where he is, I guess. And he's just like, oh, fuck. He like wakes up and he's like, really? So I was really close on the opening scene, and there are so many establishing shots with like Wolverine movies where like Hugh Jackman just like opens his eyes and has no idea where he is. So like that happened like 7 times in the movie. It's a very like, it's something that I've come to know and love about Wolverine. He literally takes it a day at a time. He just wakes up and he's like, all right, this is where I am now, whatever. They had some really great scenes. Once again, X-Men is about racism in my mind. Hardcore, like us versus them, fear-mongering for us versus them. In this movie, it has a lot to do with like government control, controlling the government. Government control, controlling us, using like the things that we do and eat, and it like it's pretty cool. They do it in a really good way, like a really subtle but awesome way. If you want to know anything more about the movie, keep on. If you don't, if you just want to go see it, I'm another person. There's like spoilers coming up like hardcore, because I think I just remember like everything that happened in this movie. No, I remember some really good points in this movie that I'm gonna express to you guys, so here it goes. Wow. This movie starts off, Hugh Jackman is aging, he's dying, he's limping around, and he's just like, God damn it. He's just like, what? I don't know. He looks like he's holding out for Charles, who's in Mexico. He's like hidden in Mexico because there are no more mutants. They were wiped out. This is 2024, and mutants are a thing of the past. It's like a passé thing. It just happened, and now it's over. And he's one of the last mutants that he knows about around, hanging out. And he's driving this stretch SUV, and he's picking up people. He's getting some establishment in the beginning of the movie. Then you see Charles. Charles is going crazy. He has like a degenerative mind disease that gives him seizures, and when he has seizures, it has the potential to kill people, which is like alluded to a lot in the movie, that he like killed the X-Men. That Charles accidentally had a seizure and fucking everybody dies except for Wolverine. And he doesn't remember that. He like blocks it out of his memory. What else? Shit. That's like the beginning of the movie, and then you meet like this albino character that can track mutants. That comes into play a lot later. He's introduced. Logan is introduced to the supporting female character, Laura, who's like a little kid who is also a mutant. She's like the only mutant that Charles has sensed in like years. And Charles like basically sends Logan to go get her. Reluctantly, Logan picks her up and starts escaping. Basically, he picks a side. He sides towards the little girl and not the government. And once that's established, he is running away from the government. This is a drama-filled run away from the government. It makes you feel like really awkward because there's a lot of scenes in here that, oh my god, that are crazy, that are set up to make you feel like shit because you know that the government's there. You just like know it, and it'll introduce it to the audience like 10-20 minutes before the characters know that the bad guys are there. And it does it a few times where it's just like super uncomfortable because they're like loosening up and they're feeling, so it's like the audience knows, it's got that feeling of like, I know what's gonna happen, and it gives you that like anticipation to see what the scenes, how the scenes are gonna develop, like what's gonna happen in the scenes, how they depict it. But you kind of make up like, oh shit, these trucks are coming, and then they don't talk about the trucks for 20 minutes, you know. And it gives you like this false sense of security almost for the main characters. And this movie is a tragedy. It's a tragedy. I cried like 3 times in this movie. They're running from the law, the government. It's not even the law, it's just like this government branch that has a secret base in Mexico. And they're trying to get Laura, who's their asset. They created her in a lab. She's a lab baby to like make weapons, to like for America to make weapons out of mutants. And yeah. And Charles and Logan are running around and they're escaping, continuously escaping. They meet this nice couple, this nice family, who all get murdered, and Charles gets murdered, all in one scene, all like fucking crazy, neatly packaged scene, intense, anxiety-filled scene. Logan then takes the girl, runs, keeps running, gets to North Dakota, which is where they're trying to get to so that they can cross the border into Canada, into this place called Eden. And there's like a big last stand, and that last stand is intense, and like kids are getting killed and people are getting chopped up into bits, and it's intense. It's an intense movie. And then like after this last stand, after these kids get to escape, you know, it sets up that Logan is gonna die, and Logan dies. And I cried. And then Laura gives a speech at the end where she's like crying, and like this girl's like acting chops are on point. This is a very well done role. She killed it. And it's just an amazing movie. I don't even know, I don't think I can really express it very well, how good it is. You have to go see it. I saw it for $5 at an AMC because of their rewards program. If you get a free rewards program, register it through AMC, and you get $5 movies on Tuesday, $2 popcorns, and this has happened twice to me, so I'm hoping that it's going to keep going and I can keep reviewing these movies for you. Have a great day, guys.